Dear students, today we will start the new chapter from Unit 3rd. Second chapter from Unit 3rd. After the pollution, today's chapter is the energy resources. So, here the chapter number 2nd from Unit 3 is energy resources. Dear students, remember, nature has given us a large quantity of energy resources and we have to use it properly. Otherwise, our energy resources will be finished and we will be in the problem. So, that is the purpose. What is our energy resources and how to use that, how to take the care, how to public awareness about the energy resources. So that due to that, it is a chapter in our syllabus. So first we will see what is the energy resources. So first we have to define the energy resources. Here there is the two words, that is the energy and second is the resources. So the capacity, listen, the capacity to do work. Every animals having the capacity to do work for their life activities, it requires energy. So the capacity to do work for maintenance of life. Remember, for maintenance of life. We human beings are doing the work, earning the money, bringing the grains, bringing the rice, making the breads, preparing our food, bringing the water. So we are require energy for maintenance of life activities. Each and every activity, maintenance. So energy is required. So capacity to do work for maintenance of life is called as the energy. So energy is essential for the life activities. We are going from one place to other place. So for walking, energy is required. So for energy, the food is required. For obtaining the food, again energy is required. So energy is very essential. Without energy, animal cannot maintain their life. Without energy, animal will be finished. So energy is very essential for ourselves also. For yourself also, energy is essential. You are having energy, that's why you come in the college. You are having energy, that's why you are studying. So you are having energy, that's why you are doing your life activities. So energy is very essential for the maintenance of life of animals, for the maintenance of life activities of animals. So that energy requires, that energy needed regularly, constantly. Once the energy is obtained, that is not sufficient. That energy is needed constantly, and that energy is for the domestic purposes, agriculture purposes, industrial purposes, and technological purposes. So, energy needed constantly for domestic purposes, agriculture purposes, industrial purposes, and technological purposes. So, any country, the progress of any country is depend on the energy resources. कुठल्याही देशाचं विकास हे त्या देशामध्ये असणाऱ्या एनर्जी रिसोर्सेस वरती अवलंबून आहे. आपण जर बघितलं अरेबियन कंट्रीज मध्ये पेट्रोल्स आर दियर, द फ्यूल, पेट्रोल फ्यूल्स आर दियर. ड्यू टू दैट पेट्रोल फ्यूल इज अ making the energy. So it is a resources. So the progress of a country, any country progress, the progress of a country, it depends on the energy resources of that country. त्या देशामध्ये असणारं जे नैसर्गिक एनर्जी रिसोर्सेस जे आहे त्याच्यावरती त्या देशाचा विकास अवलंबून आहे. देश किती प्रगत आहे हे कशावरून, तर त्या देशामध्ये किती एनर्जी रिसोर्सेस आहे, हाऊ मच एनर्जी रिसोर्सेस आर देयर. सो प्रोग्रेस ऑफ कंट्री, एनी कंट्री, डिपेंड ऑन द एनर्जी रिसोर्सेस present in that country. Now the resources means what? You know the energy. Now resources means what? So resources is nothing but the essential total available quantity of energy resources. Essential total available quantity of energy resources is component of atmosphere, hydrosphere, lithosphere. Remember, resources means what? So essential total available quantity of energy. Essential total available quantity, that is resources. Energy resources, here ER, it is the abbreviation of energy resources. So energy resources is a component of atmosphere. Energy resources is the component of atmosphere. It is the component of hydrosphere and it is the component of lithosphere. It means energy resources we can obtain from the atmosphere, we can obtain from the hydrosphere, we can obtain from the lithosphere. The another point here, energy resources include air. Air is included in the energy resources. Water is included in the energy resources. Soil is also included in the energy resources. Minerals, microorganisms, plants, animals, forest, fuels, etc. are depends or include in the energy resources. So dear students, how much the fresh air, how much the water, how much the soil, how much the minerals, how much microscopic organisms, forests, the natural resource forests, the animals, different types of the animals, even the wild animals, domestic animals, the forest property, the fuels, these are all included in the energy resources. According to the Bhagava, this is the name of the scientist, name of the ecologist, name of the energy resources studying scientist. So according to the Bhagava says, man interfered and changed the natural ecosystem. Bhagava having the objection on the man. Bhagava suggests that the man interfered the natural ecosystem. Man disturbed the natural ecosystems. So Bhagava says man interfered and changed the natural ecosystem as per his need and as per his desire. मानवाच्या हितासाठी, मानवाच्या स्वार्थासाठी काय केलेलं आहे, नैसर्गिक जी परिसंस्था आहे, इकोसिस्टीम जी आहे त्याच्यामध्ये इंटरफेअर केलेला आहे. त्या नैसर्गिक परिसंस्थेला, नॅचरल इकोसिस्टीम इज डिस्टर्ब्ड बाय द मॅन. इट इज द ऑब्जेक्शन ऑफ द भागवा. अकॉर्डिंग टू भागवा, man interfered and changed the natural ecosystem as per his need and as per his desire, as per his progress. So here, domestic, agriculture, industrial and technological progress is depend on the natural energy resources. So dear students, here we have to imagine, here according to the Bhagava, man interferes and changed the natural ecosystem. For example, man made the pollution, man making the pollution. So man for his progress making the industries and industrial effluents and industrial smoke that making the environment pollution. So what would we do? Whether the development of the country is depend on the industrialization or not. If there is no industry, means there is no pollution, and no pollution, no industry, is the progress of the country. There should be the industry, and there should be the minimize the effluents or pollutants outlet from the industry or the smoke which comes from the industry. We have to make the proper dispose that. So the brick industry, विटाच्या भट्ट्यामुळे पर्यावरण प्रदूषण होत आहे. मग आम्ही विटाच्या भट्ट्या टाकायचं नाही का? आम्ही घरं बांधण्यासाठी विटा वापरतो, मग घरं बांधण्यासाठी आम्ही काय वापरणार आहे? सो वी शुड मेक दॅट ब्रिक्स फॅक्टरीज, ब्रिक इंडस्ट्री away from our residential areas. There should be no pollution. So friends, in today's period we are started the energy resources. Just we have studied the energy resources, what is the energy and what is the resources in today's period. Now the types of energy resources, there are the two types of energy resources: conventional energy resources and non-conventional energy resources. So that here I will show you the types of energy resources. So here see, we will study the types of the energy resources. In your syllabus, there are 2 points are given. One is the conventional energy resources and the non-conventional energy resources. So we will study here types of energy resources. The types, remember types. So these types are the two types are in your syllabus given. So there two types are the conventional energy resources. Conventional energy resources. And second one is the non-conventional energy resources. Non-conventional energy resources. So in today's period it is sufficient. Then remaining we will see in next period. So I will just summarize here what we have studied in today's lecture, today's period. Second chapter from unit 3rd is started. Unit 3rd is started, and in unit 3rd, first chapter was pollution. In that pollution we have studied the water pollution, air pollution and noise pollution. After completing that, today we started the second chapter from unit 3, and it is the energy resources. And we have studied the introductory part of the chapter, that is energy resources. And we came to know types of energy resources. So there are two types of energy resources: the conventional energy resources and non-conventional energy resources. In detail, conventional energy resources and non-conventional energy resources we will study in the next period. So, dear students, after observing this period on YouTube, as per the previous period, you send your attendance, present sir and your name, only one time. You are sending very nicely. So before sending presenting, you first listen that YouTube lecture. First you see complete period on YouTube, and then send your present. What happening? I am sending the YouTube lecture, I am sending, and when it is in your WhatsApp group, immediately you are sending your presenting. So प्रिय विद्यार्थी आणि विद्यार्थिनींनो, पहिल्यांदा एक वेळेस दोन वेळेस ते यूट्यूबवरचं लेक्चर, यूट्यूबवरचं पिरियड संपूर्ण बघा आणि बघितल्यानंतर मग ते तुमचं मेसेज पाठवा की प्रेझेंट सर. न बघताच ते पाठवू नका. मी इकडून तुम्हाला युट्यूबवरती पिरियड टाकलं की 2 मिनिटं झाले नाही की लगेच तुमचे मेसेज येते प्रेझेंट सर. म्हणजे तुम्ही ते युट्यूबवरचं लेक्चर संपूर्ण बघितला नाही आणि त्याच्या आधीच प्रेझेंटी पाठवून दिली. असं करू नका. कंप्लीट लेक्चर बघा, त्याला ऐका आणि त्यानंतर प्रेझेंटी पाठवा. सो फॉर टुडे इट इज सफिशियंट. अँड वन थिंग अगेन I would like to say you, as per your attendance, as per your admission list in BSc third year, there are total 21 students and only 15 and 16, 15 or sometimes 16 students are sending their attendance. Where is the remaining students? बाकीचे विद्यार्थी कुठे आहे? बाकीच्या विद्यार्थ्याला, तुमच्या मित्रांना, तुमच्या मैत्रिणीला तुम्ही फोन करून सांगा का युट्यूबवरती लेक्चर बघत जा, व्हॉट्सअप चेक करत जा. व्हॉट्सअपवरती सर लेक्चर पाठवत आहे आणि लेक्चर बघितल्यानंतर अटेंडन्स पाठवा. अब्सेंटी पडत आहे. आपल्याला टेस्ट अरेंज करायची आहे. मी तुम्हाला ट्युटोरियल सुद्धा देणार आहे. तर जागरूक राहा. बी अलर्ट, बी सिन्सियर. दिस इज द फायनल इयर. There is no chance of the ATKT. Okay, for today it is sufficient.